BÁTORIČKA, The Bloodlusts of ERZSÉBET Bathory, Act 2, Scene 4. Sarvar Castle, the sumptuous and lavishly decorated master bedroom, filled with hanging tapestries, ancestral portraits, mounted animal heads, and huge and expensive Venetian mirrors. Wednesday, 20th of December, 1609. Attending to ERZSÉBET's needs are Benedict Desio, the chief steward, Daniel Vass, the stable master, and Jacob Silvassi, the estate manager. ERZSÉBET Bathory. Enough of this, stewards. I've arrived at climax. Miss Muff is most skewered. Now she must relax. For Pussy and Poopy have more than earned rest. Besides, you've gone droopy. You're all drained of zest. And Desio, Danny, I'm awarding thee 5 for filling my fanny so I could arrive. But Jacob Silvassi, a 1, nay be it next session, else one can get nasty if there is no progression. I've felt in thee tension, although thee hath tried, inflate its dimensions to gift me a wide. Thy failed the objective, a fair decent ride. Doth thee not see perfection, a sight to behold? Is thy let down erection because I grow old? I'd like, if you're truthful, with no compromise, is 'cause I'm not youthful that you cannot rise? Is 'cause you're confused, or are you in shock? You might be excused if you prefer cock. Were thee distracted? Are thee insane? You can be detracting from acting a swain. Can thee not observe I'm Venus's copy, so I don't deserve a peanuts that's floppy? Take thy soft cock and go, return to caretaking. Now need I the dough as bread later baking. I wish a sweet slumber, for sleep I'm deserving, but first show the plunder for my second serving. I'll view in the chamber away from the crowds. I'm fresh feeling fainter, and there I will drowse. Scene 5. Sarvar's castle's inner sanctum, Darvulia's personal apartment, torture chamber, and grisly blood-stoned executioner's butcher shop, lit by torches, candles, and 3 stinking and smoking wet wood fireplaces. In attendance to ERZSÉBET Bathory are Darvulia, Dorco, Helena Joe, Fisco, and Barbara Barbuli, the daughter of Benedict, the barber surgeon. Fisco. Look at this loaf, whose crust is as cream. See, I've sewn its mouth so the lump cannot scream. Consider these hips, see for this been trained, but I've stitched those moist lips as it's wont to complain. Like it's made from fine marble, then carved to perfection, though its father, the barber, voiced an objection. He complained as it chattered and tried to get back, so I had the twat battered, then burnt down his shack. Helena Joe. We'll set her suspended, to in readiness tap, with lithe legs extended while mistress may nap. We'll fix it she's floating, poised over thy couch, to ease claret coating from pate down to pouch. Now, when she's thus hovered, we'll concoct thee thy potion, to drink as you're smothered in celibate lotion. That virgin elixir that makes thine eyes twinkle, that beautiful fixer of each line and each wrinkle. That mystical nectar that keep mistress young, an old age protector made from that maiden hung. So siesta, dear mistress, and after you stir, your treatment in vicious blood will occur. Darvulia. Meet me in my dell, in the full of the moon, to complete thy shield spell, for 'tis my time soon. I'll require some factors that you both will donate to stop her detractors, then we'll incantate. Midnight tomorrow at the rendezvous, and Helena, Dorco, bring parts for the brew. Get mistress's juices and deadly nightshade, plus vaginal oozes of this virginal maid. You'll need to come by with the head of a felon, and frilly fungi to trip as we're spelling. I want a black hen to steam into vapour, its claw for a pen, young skin for the paper. And after I'm spent, you'll give her the charm to use to torment them seeking her harm. You'll pass her the prayer, only once I am dead, to stop Thurzo the bear and Magyeri the red. For darkness has whispered, and I must go answer, so I found for our mistress a new necromancer. Find Erzi Madrasaroni, born in Bratislava, a Slovakian crone known as the Wild Witch of my Java. She's the wife of a farmer who knows how to bake intangible armour in poisonous cake. ERZSÉBET Bathory, awaking after an epileptic seizure. Darvulia, where art thee? I'm lost in the dark, with creatures who'll harm me, their snorting I hark. I desperately run, but they always give chase hind a ravenous one with horns without face. This Capricorn shape, who's there in the corner? Please help me escape this crepuscular fauna. That growls when it moves, a gargantuan goat with hands instead of hooves, that now grips my throat. Ah, how it squeezes to stifle my breath. It drips with diseases and stinks like it's death. Help me into my bed when we find my abode, for it presses my head till my head will explode. Darvulia. Mistress, it's our dog. What he needs is a life. I'll gift him with this one. Come, Dorco, the knife. Drink from this my potion, for then you will fly. Then watch all emotion drain from her blue eye. If looks were a sound, those big eyes would shout. Ha! Get thee unwound as I make her mound spout. As the poker is glowing, I'll poke in her hole. Now stare so she's knowing you've stolen her soul. Her blood is cascading to make mistress fresh. Keep watching her fading and eating her flesh. Watch her masturbating, the deed's nearly done. Then one more is waiting to make thee more come. Scene 6. Seldolmuk Forest, the winter solstice. A cleared circle in the woods in front of Darvulia's hovel. Deep snow has coated the dark, wolf-infested woodland. In the treetops, a murder of crows caw noiselessly. Thursday, 21st of November, 1609. Midnight. Darvulia, Dorco, Helena Joe and Katabanitsky are romping around a blazing bonfire. Also at the witch's rave are Ursi Macharozoni, the tenant farmer's wife and Darvulia's replacement. Mrs. Janos Barsoni, the witch of Templemvana and getter of girls. Mrs. Matjev Otrov, a Croatian cone and getter of girls. Mrs. Janos Zabo, the baker's wife, who gave up her own daughter to Darvulia for sacrificial ritual. Kata Kardoska, the beggar woman and town drunkard, a procurer of poisons. And Ilya Gonsky, a terrified 12-year-old girl from Egar. Darvulia. Silver cloud, I beseech thee a service. Listen in, little cloud, to our midwinter's worship. Watch as we prance and cavort for your glory, exchanging perchance a sly oratory. The naked orbiting witches. Srebni oblak, Twazimo vazu pomak. Mali oblak, Twazimo fezu pomak. Darvulia. Timeless triune, we offer this waif to swap for the rune to see ERZSÉBET safe. If they can procure a hoodoo instruction, make mistress secure and fend from destruction. 8 naked orbiting witches. Pozotna trojka, Pravda uvna punna Pozotna truva, Zastislavkov. Darvulia. Lord, our trine of lords, bless this recipe, then send us the words to end our enemies. For here dance thy servants from thy dark dominions, supply us with serpents and cats as our minions. Be seated, my squadron, I've one other part to add to the cauldron before I depart. Bring forward the youngster, no, let the kid howl, dumb Dorco go gutter from navel to jowl. Drain all of that blood in the head of the felon, preserving her backskin to turn into vellum. Then Mrs. Mudger Osney, assist in my death. I'm weak, so you'll hold me, acting the new chef. A claw from that poultry coat in my dying breath. First feed me a drink from the stew in the pot, then that is thy ink, once it's bubbled hot. Which words to write on the parchment, those words I will whisper, to keep her from harm and protect her, my sister. I'll name all her rivals to write on the list. As for her survival, they cannot still exist. 8 naked, seated, blood-soaked witches. Srebni oblak, Trezimo vazimo pomok, Malio blok, Trezimo vazo pomok.